Marami po ang nagtatanong mga kababayan kung ano po talaga ang ikinamatay ng nakababatang kapatid ni dating Pangulong Duterte na si Bong Duterte. Ang bilis pala ng pangyayari mga kababayan. Kinuwento ng kanyang personal na abogado mismo mga kababayan na si Atty. Torion ang dahilan sa pagpanaw ni Sir Bong Duterte. At siya rin mga kababayan ang naatasang magbasa ng last will and testament ng nakababatang kapatid ni Tatay Digong mga kababayan. Panoorin po natin ha.
First, I would like to express to you the sentiments of our dear Mayor, Sebastian Z. Duterte,
Hindi nakadalo si mga kababayan si Baste.
for not being able to be here. He is in a state of grief. No?
Nagluluksa.
I can say it now, kasi kung magtingin ka sa Facebook, lumabas na eh.
Nung isang araw pa kasi namatay talaga mga kababayan. Tapos kahapon lang binalita.
I was the personal lawyer of
Personal lawyer.
Ginoong Bong Duterte for many years, since 1998 until now.
Since 1998 pa.
And as a matter of fact, I was his lawyer when he was city councilor in Davao City, 1998 to 2001. And thereafter, when he became executive secretary of our dear former president, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. I have been with him for more than 27 years. I was his
27 years.
lawyer. And that is why it pained me much when he was diagnosed 2 months ago for
2 months ago mga kababayan, may sakit pala si Sir Bong. 2 months ago pa lang na-diagnose mga kababayan Tapos pumanaw na siya.
stage 4 colon cancer.
Stage 4 colon cancer. Kapag stage 4 na mga kababayan, ibig sabihin yan, yung cancer kumalat na sa iba't ibang bahagi ng iyong katawan. Kumalat na sa iyong lungs, kidneys, sa heart, at maging sa utak mga kababayan. Kapag stage 4 na, malabo na pong malunasan. Dahil kalat na, nagmetastasize na mga kababayan ang cancer niyan. At ang nakakalungkot lang mga kababayan, nung ma-diagnose ito, stage 4 na. Kaya ang bilis mga kababayan, 2 months lang, wala na siya.
So,
Colon cancer. Colon cancer.
it was accidentally diagnosed by
Aksidente
his
lang,
personal doctor.
Aksidente pa lang na-diagnose. Yan ang mahirap kung hindi mo ma-detect ng maaga. Dahil kapag ma-detect mo na, too late na, stage 4 na. Wala pong stage 5 mga kababayan na, stage 4 lang yan.
And I was there together with our beloved Vice President, Sara Duterte, and the Mayor, my client likewise, Sebastian Duterte, when we crafted his last will and testament.
Nagpa-craft na ng last will and testament. Yung buhay pa mga kababayan ha, kasama siya ni VP Sara at ni Baste bilang witness.
And this Thursday, I think during his inurement, I will be reading his last will and testament to his ear.
Ngayong Thursday ang libing.
And that is why I request all of you to please stand up and let us say a 2-minute prayer for Bong Duterte.
Malamang mga kababayan, alam na siguro ni Tatay Digong na dahil sakit pala mga kababayan ang kinamatay. At least, di ba, nung una duda natin mga kababayan, baka, di ba, napupunta-punta siya sa Netherlands, baka nagkaroon ng pulmonary problem. Di ba, yan ang kadalasang ikinamamatay ng mga senior mga kababayan, yung sa pneumonia. Akala natin, hindi pala mga kababayan. Malamang alam na ni Tatay Digong na mayroon siyang sakit na cancer. Pero masakit pa rin yan mga kababayan. Ewan lang natin, wala pang bisita ngayon Ewan lang natin kung alam na ba ni Tatay Digong na pumanaw na. Pero ang bilis talaga mga kababayan, 2 months. 2 months lang, binawian na agad ng buhay. Ito yung isa sa mga huling interview ni Alvin mga kababayan. Pahiram muna na itong video mo Alvin ha. Interview ni Sir Bong Duterte mga kababayan.
Magandang gabi po sa iyo, sir. It is my honor that I am given this opportunity
Honor talaga. Ang swerte mo Alvin at na-interview mo pa si Sir Bong.
to interview the one and only Mr.
Bong.
Benjamin.
Benjamin pala
P.D.
siya.
Duterte.
Magandang
gabi po sa iyo, Sir Bong.
Good evening to everyone also.
How are you today, sir?
It's cold and it's damp.
Cold and damp.
Sir, alam ko naman na you've been here already for an extended number of time. How have you been adjusting to your stay here in the Netherlands?
Well, when I used to live in Los Angeles,
Tumira pala ito sa sa Amerika, mga kababayan. Kaya pala fluent sila mag-English, no? In fairness, nakatatay digong mga kababayan. Ang lalim ng mga vocabulary, yung mga words nilang ginagamit, mga kababayan, yung hindi basta-basta. At eto kapatid niya, tumira pala sa Los Angeles, America, California.
I've been there for 12 years. I resided there for 12 years.
12 years, mahabang panahon
Complete
din.
ko lahat. I mean, the cold and everything.
Sanay na pala siya, mga kababayan, sa sa cold.
Parang kwan. And the weather here is a little bit different. So, I have to adjust to the environment and the weather. So, medyo uncomfortable sa akin. But, this is how it is at The Hague or in Europe. It's in Antarctic. So, okay lang. I have my warm clothes with me, so okay lang.
Pero payat din siya, mga kababayan, no? Siguro, no, ang itsura ni Tatay Digong, mga kababayan, yung pagiging payat niya, ikukumpara natin dito kay Sir Bong Duterte. Malamang ganito na rin, mga kababayan. Di ba, the last time si Tatay Digong, payat na ngayon, mga kababayan. Pero mas lalo dang pumayat. Sana nakarecover na ng weight si Tatay Digong.
Sir Bong, what has been the most challenging part of living here in the Netherlands, and what has helped you cope?
Coping it,
Malayo!
it's a little bit of adjustments of everything. It's,
Hindi mo bahay yan hindi mo tirahan, hindi mo lugar. Ang travel talaga ang problema.
it is my duty because, my brother PRRD is in detention.
Mahal na mahal niya ang kanyang kapatid, mga kababayan. It is my duty. Kahit mahirap.
And it is my duty as a brother that I have to be here to watch over him.
Close na close
for
sila.
various reasons. Health-wise, his well-being and everything. So,
For your information, mga kababayan, parang mag-best friend yan si Tatay Digong, si Sir Bong. Tatlo silang lalaki, mga kababayan, ha? Yung bunsong kapatid ni Tatay Digong, mga kababayan, nung namatay na around 2012 ata yan, mga kababayan. 50 plus lang ang edad, mga kababayan, nagkasakit din. So ang naiwan, mga kababayan, na buhay sana si Attorney Bong. Hindi naman ito attorney, si Sir Bong na buhay na kapatid na lalaki. Ewan na natin sa babae, mga kababayan, kung yung nakakatanda pa yung ni Tatay Digong.
kailangan talaga. I have to be here.
Sir Bong, alam naman natin na nandito ka to support your PRRD as what you have just said. What can you share with us about the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's current situation inside the ICC detention facility?
In the first place, if you are really going to look back on everything, yung I would call it, they say in layman's
Kidnapping.
terms, I would say a special rendition. So, the process that they did was really illegal.
Illegal talaga, mga kababayan. Wala dinukot Hindi mga pina-verify sa korte, mga kababayan, ang warrant, kung totoo ba o hindi.
Because, dapat talaga, PRRD is supposed to answer all the allegations, all whatever, they say about crime against humanity. It's in the courts of law in the Philippines, not here.
Sa
So, ibig mo ba
Pilipinas.
sabihin, sir, na former president is not afraid to face any prosecution as long as it is within the courts of law in the
He
Philippines?
is prepared for that. But
Oo nga, dahil ang ina-allege lang, mga kababayan, nangyari naman sa Pilipinas. Hindi naman sa the
in the
Netherlands.
courts of law in the Philippines, not here. He doesn't need to answer all these allegations here. Because in the process, you have
Bakit ang daming kutsara? Baka.
to face the courts of law.
Mamaya na kayo magligpit. Kutsara.
Sir, how is our former president emotionally?
Baso.
Emotionally,
Emotional.
I would say he's a little bit disappointed.
Disappointed talaga.
Because, the rule of law was not followed. Now,
Si Bangag,
being a lawyer, he's a fiscal and everything.
Si Bangag,
The rule
mga
of
kababayan,
law
ang
in our Philippine courts, in our country, should be followed.
Mm.
Why would he have to face all these allegations? The so-called violation of human rights, crimes against humanity here. For me, personally, it's all politics.
Politics lang talaga.
Every time he
Ang dapat mga kababayan no na yung ginawa ng yung ICC iyan, ang talagang mayroong problema sa crimes against humanity mga kababayan is etong sina Jumasison na kinanlong pa na the Netherlands mga kababayan. Sila ang mayroong mga pang-aabuso, ang dami nilang mga pinatay na mga sundalo, inambush, nilandmine. Yun ang crimes against humanity. Kinanlong nila mga kababayan ang totoong human rights abuser.
receives a visitor, how does he normally react?
When he was brought
When he
here.
receives a visitor, sir. A
What?
visitor. Every time he receives a visitor.
Mayroong
inside the ICC
bisita.
facility.
Mayroong
When you
bisita.
arrive inside the premise, how does he
Natutuwa mga kababayan.
react?
Well, probably, he was just dazed about why am I here? This is not the right process. So, well, since
In shock pa rin si Tatay Digong daw mga kababayan parang nagtatanong pa rin siya mga kababayan, why I am here? Why am I here? Baka Dan Fernandez tayo dito. Wrong grammar.
it was already, probably he already realized that this is politics and I would say it is not only a few people from the top to the few people who orchestrated his being
Orchestrate.
kidnapped here. But I think there is also a third entity which I will not mention.
So mayroong kasabwat si Bongbong. Sino kasabwat niya mga kababayan na third entity?
That is involved in this. So it is politics, it is geopolitics,
Geopolitics.
it is everything.
Sir, on a different note, how does it feel like
Oy, ang tagal ng yung naghugas ng pinggan. Ingay.
to be a brother of a former president of the Republic of the Philippines?
As a brother, he is my brother.
Oo.
But because, he is in the limelight, in a way, if he gets into that kind of trouble, of course, as the little brother, I am always there for him.
Did you ever imagine, sir, that your brother
Bunso, hindi siya bunso mga kababayan. Siya, nakababatang kapatid. Yung bunso, mataas yung gap nung PRRD at saka ni Sir Bong.
would be one day become the president of the Republic?
No, we never thought about that. It was the clamor of the Filipino people, especially
Clamor talaga.
Yes.
because during that time,
Mga kababayan Di ba pinilit siya mga kababayan? Ayon niya nga. Pinilit siya talaga, pinuntahan, hindi siya tinantanan. Minsan naasabi ng mga taga Davao mga kababayan na kung maibabalik lang ang panahon kung ganito lang ang nangyayari, sana hindi na lang nila pinush mga kababayan na tumakbo si PRRD. Kung pagre-resulta lang naman ito sa pagpapakulong sa kanya. Tapos, ngayon, si Sara din mga kababayan, ginigipit nila and then pinagbabantaan pa ang buhay. Pero wala na What is bygones daw katol mga kababayan. Ang tapos na. So just accept the reality.
2015, where when he ran for the presidency in 2016, majority of the Filipino people wanted change because during the previous administration they already saw the flaws and everything. So,
Pero ngayon, mas
in a
malala
way,
mga
the
kababayan,
people-
Grabe.
The majority of the people wanted change. So, that's why he decided, okay, I will.
Tapos, ngayon mga kababayan, si Bangag, cringe. Nakakakilabot mga kababayan, pakinggan na ang mga pinagsasabi. Ramdam na daw natin ang pagbabago. Ayon kay BBM mga kababayan. Diyos ko Lord. Anong pagbabagong sinasabi mo, Bangag? Pagbabago na masama mga kababayan. Papuntang kasamaan.
Shock. But there was no he will be the president of the Philippines.
You never even imagined, sir, for a second that he will become the president?
No, I don't think so. In fact, during the time,
Yung time na yun mga kababayan, Papunta na sa retirement si Tatay Digong.
The odds were really,
Slim.
it's a long shot. So,
Long shot.
For us, well and good if he wins. If not, that's his destiny.
Yes. Sir, what is something about the former president that you think that people do not really understand or know?
Yung mga jokes niya.
For the Davao News,
Kanyang mga kababayan, rhetorics.
people really understand who he is.
Mm.
Many of the Davaoenos knows how a compassionate person he is.
Oh,
The only problem
compassionate talaga mga kababayan. Si Tatay Digong. Malambot ang puso niyan mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na sa mga may sakit at mga mahihirap talaga. Malasakit, may malasakit yan. Oh.
the oligarchs and the other elite group in Manila thinks that, who is this Provinciano to be introducing to us.
Yan mga kababayan, sila? Nagagalit sila dahil hindi nila nirerespeto Who are you? Isa ka lang probinsyano ganyan mga kababayan. Kaya itong mga elites, itong mga mayayaman kuno mga kababayan, minamaliit si Tatay Digong.
The Philippines. So, to them, they have to paint him black for the rest to be white.
Sir, every time you see your brother, the former president, inside the ICC detention facility, what do you feel, sir? Seeing
It
him
bleeds my heart.
No, it bleeds my heart. Dumudugo ang kanyang mga kababayan. Puso.
But, I have to contain my emotions because that is the reality here.
Nagpipigil lang, mga kababayan, Nasasaktan siya, mga kababayan, sa tuwing nakikita niya si Tatay Digong doon.
They have these laws, their policies, and I cannot do anything about it. So the only thing I can provide him is the comfort and see to it that he is well taken care of.
Kumusta na pala? Nabilan mo na yung, yung pantalon na... Tinanong siya mga kababayan, saan ka nagpatahi niyan? Sabi niya, wala na nagtatahi ngayon, masyado. Ready-made na ito. Old school talaga si Tatay Digong mga kababayan. Nagtanong kung saan nagpatahi ng pantalon.
The family.
Sir, on the 11th of October, it will mark the 7 months
Last
since
year pa
his
ito,
illegal
mga kababayan.
How do you feel about that day?
Ngayon, mag-iisang taon na mga kababayan. Next month, 1 year na si Tatay Digong na unjustly na kinidnap at kinulong.
7 months na po nasa loob ng ICC detention si PRRD.
I think, ICC should really reassess everything, considering
Hindi man lang binigyan ng interim release mga kababayan
his age also and his medical issues.
Mm.
They have to reconsider that. They have to make a decision on really what if he is qualified for the interim release.
Please, yeah.
So they have to gauge that. They have their own people there. They have their own medical whatever. So they make their own assessment, and then probably compare it to other medical practitioners about his health issues. But him
Ang problema sasabihin ng ICC, yung awa daw mga kababayan ay hindi daw grounds para mabigyan ng interim release. Ang huhudas, mga walang awa.
considering his age. In Europe, there is always the saying that they are very particular about human rights.
Correct, sir.
Okay? So, I would like to ask now, this government, are you considering also his human rights?
Wala sila
How was this?
Exception mga kababayan kay Tatay Digong. Hindi nag-a-apply ang human rights kay Tatay Digong para sa dito sa mga mga kababayan, mga hipokrito, mga ICC na to.
Situation affected your family, you think?
Oh, very devastating. I mean, when you say crime against humanity, he is not one of those, you see in TV, portray about,
Kung kriminal pa talaga si Tatay Digong mga kababayan, kinamumuhian na siya ng buong bansa. Bakit ang damit pa rin yung mamahal mga kababayan? Yung mga nag-iingay dyan, yung mga bangag, 3% lang yan.
genocide and everything. That
At ang masama lang, kabilang sa 3% ay ang media.
is baloney.
Baloney!
That is,
Phony, baloney.
all propaganda. It's just because, the present government doesn't want him or another Duterte to sit as president.
Sir, what do you think keeps your family strong during this difficult time?
The more you do this to us, the more we are
Lumalakas.
as a Duterte family.
Thank you so much for that, sir.
Kaya wag tayong bibitaw mga kababayan sa suporta dahil ito lang mga kababayan ang nagpapalakas sa mga Duterte mga kababayan.
That made me a little bit emotional. Thank you.
Mm.
Sir, you mentioned earlier about the third party or whatnot. Let me look into that statement. Some of the people, really, especially Filipinos, shamefully played a role in bringing the former president into the ICC custody.
Yan, numero 1 na si Bangag, si Torre, si John Vic Rimulya, si Anyo, na traidor mga kababayan, si Gibo, si Boying. Sila ang nagplano.
What message do you like to give to
Sana
them?
makarma yung mga animal na yan.
Let us stop this politics. ICC is a court of law also. But you should put it in a prospective manner. That in the sense, you stick to what the allegations are. So, if I may, you, the legal minds and all that, be perspective in your motive for a guy who is 80 years old, no longer in politics, he has no longer the influence, power over people. I would appeal to all of you, please consider his human rights and let him live in peace.
Sir, there are a lot of circulating claims associated to misinformation about the whereabouts of the former president, particularly that he is already in Japan and that the family is just making
Anong Japan?
it appear to the Filipino people that he is still here in The Hague.
Fake news
What
yan.
is your reaction to these reports and how do you respond
Fake
to
news.
those people or individuals spreading the false information?
We all know that there are paid bloggers to do that.
Dami.
Spreading fake news.
Yung mga bangag mga kababayan, grabe. Yung kanyang mga vloggers, mga kulelat. Yan, nag-spread ng mga fake news mga kababayan. Itong mga kulelat vloggers. At nagbo-boost pa daw yan ng mga kababayan ha, grabe. Nagbo-boost pala sila ng yung views. Ini-sponsored ang kanilang mga videos mga kababayan. Sponsored by bangagers.
My only appeal to you and answer is this. Whatever you see or hear in Facebook or any other social media outlet, please do not fight on that issue right away. The best
Wag sakyan.
persons to give you the right information is the siblings or any of the immediate family. When you hear the official statement from the official family, then that is not what you call fake news.
Sir Bong, what is your message to Filipino people who continue to support the former president, your brother?
To those who believe in PRRD, and I think you all know
Grabing ng hugas ng pinggan mga kababayan, ang tagal.
that, just continue to be vigilant on what the other side are painting. Please, you are the educated people. Please, you have people, working for you in the marginalized sector. Please educate them that what they are painting to PRRD is not entirely correct. Tell them that this man has done his share to the country and he did what best he can
What
do.
is best
But,
for tatay.
because of
For the country.
limited term that he had, which was supposed to have a continuity on it.
Wala na continuity. Bumangag mga kababayan. Yung ngayon, gobyerno.
But that did not happen anymore because of other ambitious people who wants to remain in power.
Sir Bong, what do you want them to remember, the Filipino people? Or what do you want them to continue thinking for what they're standing for?
Well, I'll just say this. PRRD did his share. Being a mayor in Davao, he did what he had to do regarding the peace and order. He did also what, when he was in the national level. He did everything. But, politics is come and go. So I just hope it will leave a memory to those who really know him, who love him. Please,
Grabe, lumalala ang plato mga kababayan,
continue what he was
Nananadya ka ba? Kung sino ka mang naghugas dyan?
advocating for.
Sir Bong, how do you think this entire experience will shape your family's legacy and your own approach to public service and for the future generation?
For future generations, I really hope whatever your parents has taught you, especially those now in politics, you know, that you won't follow their footsteps. You are the generation for the hope. Do not follow the footsteps of your corrupt parents now.
Sir Bong, as a lasting question, is there a message you want to say to the entire nation listening and watching this video right now?
I am only here to relay my own personal feelings. I do not expect all of you to believe me, but please, the middle class, the educated people, please do something about the marginalized sector. Educate them. Tell them,
Oh,
government, if we will not correct this, the next generation will
kawawa
fall.
talaga ang next
And
generation.
what will happen to the Philippines? We will
Wala na.
all go down the drain.
Punta tayo sa kanal.
A laughing stock.
Maging katawa. Wala, parang yan na ang nangyayari sa atin ngayon, mga kababayan. Nagiging laughing stock na tayo. At napunta na rin tayo sa kanal.
Sir Bong, maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you also.
Maraming salamat, Sir Bong. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Ipagdasal po natin ang mga kababayan na soul ni Sir Bong Duterte. At ipagdasal din natin ang kanyang pamilya, mga kababayan, na sana malampasan nila ang trials na ito sa kanilang buhay sa pagpanaw ng kanilang minamahal na si Bong Duterte. Anong masasabi dito, mga kababayan? Post comments below.